Last time on Let's Play Dungeons & Dragons, our heroes delve deep down a dank and dangerous dungeon on the hunt for a powerful, mystical, magical thing. Beating a big bad beetle king, they received the ancient thing and quickly beat cheeks with their hard-won booty. But there were those who would also seek the power of the thing, namely the wizards, the ones who told them about it and were promised it. So, you know, fair enough. Now let's continue the journey on this session of Let's Play Dungeons & Dragons.
This is a pretty bustling town that you've come to now.
Oh, nice.
After 2 months of extremely dreary, depressing travel.
Really?
That we're not even going to describe.
But we were riding on Gary's back. I mean, how can
That was the one highlight.
Okay.
That was the one thing that made it worth it.
We were all on Gary's back.
Everybody just
is
moped.
way past his low limit.
We just moped our way into town.
It was just like abnormally gray pastures for miles around. It was really weird.
Oh, we went through the Midwest of Fantasyland.
Yes.
Oh.
We saw the thing on Route 66.
You saw the world's biggest ball of yarn. It was actually pretty small.
I got
Only
some...
Joey and Rockmeats were interested.
No
I
way,
got-
Palla would be super hype about seeing big things.
There were so many fried foods on the way, I doubt Joey was unhappy.
You also managed to outrun the bee wizard a few miles back.
Very slowly.
He chased us for about 25 days.
Then he suddenly disappeared, and he's probably planning something horrible.
Well,
I've
I
got
mean,
my
what
bee
did we
grenade.
ever do to him except steal his relic of ungodly power?
Yeah, you've been carting around this nice, gigantic golden crown. It doesn't really fit over any of your heads, which is probably why it looks so good on that Beetle King, as giant as the Beetle King was.
Made out of
Anyway, we've
crystals.
started, so we should probably point out the elephant in the room, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've got this new beetle friend named Gary. He's...
Okay.
and he's really
So,
fucking
how
slow.
about let's have Kit introduce herself? This is Brit Kit.
Kit's had a head injury and is now British.
All that time on the road really helped Kit practice her.
No, this has been
pronunciation.
Kit's voice the entire time. The rest of
I
you have
kept
just had
falling off
crud
Gary.
in your ears.
The exhaustion of being awake for like 25 days straight without any sleep at all is making everyone hallucinate because the bee wizard doesn't sleep either.
Oh yeah, we had to keep
He
going.
runs constantly.
Yeah. That was harrowing.
For
Anyway,
25 days.
Would you guys like to hear about why you headed in this direction for 2 months?
Hate in his eyes as he trailed us from like 2 meters behind at all times.
It might not have actually
Just
been.
wants the bee back.
It also might not have actually been 2 months. It might have been like 2 days, and Joey was just really bored.
Ah, this
And whining
stupid
about it.
wizard. I want to eat.
The entire time he,
He
was
was
3
probably
feet
on the-
behind us.
Only following you for like a day. before
Probably
he finally
never
gave
followed
up.
us at all.
Yeah, that's also a
It
likely
was probably just,
possibility.
you know what? We just heard Rockmeats' stupid jar of bees that we forgot he had, and we thought the bee wizard was following us the whole time.
And nobody bothered to turn around. All right. So the reason that you decided to head in this direction for 2 days, weeks, months, or years is none of you can figure out how to use that Earth relic thing.
Oh.
Like it's clearly pretty awesome because it's a giant crown that's studded with jewels. The jewels are like uncut, which you suppose represents the power of Earth or something because they're more natural or something.
Pretentious arts.
Prausia had suggested maybe taking it to other wizards to examine or something like that. I imagine she was a little nervous and reticent about it, but nobody else had a better idea of where to go at this point. So you decided to head off on that. So 2 days, weeks, months, or years later, you've arrived in the town of Merrywood. And it's really nice to be in such a lively town.
Sweet stimulation!
Oh my god, it was so boring for so...
Do you think there's a bakery here? I bet there's a bakery.
There's a
here.
bakery right
Close
over
my
there.
eyes, I see the bee wizard now.
You should probably see somebody about that.
It was extremely troublesome for everybody riding in when you went by the beekeepers.
No! I smashed it, I assume.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because that's going to have a pretty heavy impact on your reputation in this town straight off.
Okay, I don't smash it.
Okay, you
Don't
just really
smash
want
the
to.
Somebody
Beavers.
stopped me. Rockmeats stopped me from smashing it.
Joey.
Wow, Rockmeats of all people.
Okay, Kit stopped me.
Okay.
Hold on. I need to find where's the closest newspaper? Is there a newspaper stand?
Yes, there is a newspaper stand.
I take up a newspaper and I roll it up and. Okay, I'm gonna have to make a jump check to reach.
No, Gary's.
Joey's nose.
You can just stand on Gary.
No, he's too far away from Gary. I can't make that kind of jump.
All right.
Where's my jump button? There it is. Okay.
Is it A?
Fuck yes.
Okay, successfully.
But the bees! The bees!
No.
Rockmeats, the bees!
No.
Rockmeats goes flying over Joey's head.
Rockmeats
This is
soars-
anime as hell.
You hit him in the
Rockmeats
back of the head
soars in the sky.
with the newspaper as you do a backflip over his head, yes.
These bees. Why is it always bees?
So it's autumn, which is like even more stimulation. It's not even just solid green. There's all sorts of shades in the trees and the leaves around. Looks like there are a few carved pumpkins out, which steadily increase in number as you get closer to the center of town.
Oh, good.
Which is a little bit odd. I mean, everybody knows about the various harvest festivals that are eventually combined into one homogeneous thing across both empires, but it's pretty late in the season for it, so you just assume that, Merrywood just must be a real fucking holiday town.
Can I eat a pumpkin?
Where are you getting this pumpkin from?
From near the center of town, where there's the most pumpkins, so nobody will miss one.
Okay. You can go up to the pile of pumpkins that is in the town square that is an oval and try to steal a pumpkin if you like.
I'm not gonna steal it, I'm just gonna stand here and eat one.
Somebody immediately walks up to you and says, "Hey, do you mind not doing that?"
I haven't eaten for 2 years! Or 2
Um,
days, or 2 months, or 2 weeks.
He looks a little stunned at that, and then he kind of points right. This building right next to you just happens to be a tavern.
Okay, but I'm gonna finish the rest of this pumpkin on the way.
All right.
You don't really want to drink on an empty stomach anyway.
That pumpkin belonged to that guy. He was actually selling them, but he seems a little too mystified by your
I'm-
plaintive whining.
I'm gonna go over to him and pay him. How much does
Alright.
it cost?
Probably just like 2 or 3 gold pieces,
Alright.
assuming a gold piece is about $1, which I always do because I don't like messing with silver
I-
pieces.
I apologize for Joey and pay him.
Wait,
If
I hand him
knew
back his
how to-
half-eaten pumpkin and say, look, it's only slightly more carved than it was before.
Just take it.
Well, I guess you don't want any of my Minotaur artisanry then. And I smash the pumpkin on the ground.
He looks at you in disgust as you walk away.
What? I paid for it. Well, I
You
mean,
have-
somebody paid for it. I
You
assume.
have lost 1 reputation point with the farmer cast of the town of Merrywood.
Wait, all
Okay.
the farmers?
Yes, the farmers are going to tell stories. That's
Oh.
actually kind of a weird thing. This is a decently sized town. Does anybody here know the history of the empires?
Yeah, I know all the histories.
Great.
So one time there was a king, probably. And,
All right. Joey knows that there's probably 2 or 3 empires, which is something that he heard from somebody once.
There's probably 2 or 3. I mean, Kit came from one, right, Kit? Came from some sort of empire or something. And also, there was probably wars, I bet. Right?
Joey is technically correct.
Yeah.
Joey has not made any factual errors.
And to this very day, the Minotaurs are the best.
I golf clap with my tiny bunny paws.
Thank you.
Anyway, the reason you came to this town in particular is it was just the closest way to get through the mighty mountains, which are, of course, the mighty mountain range nearby. Here, let me just draw a counter for you to stand at.
Oh.
I'm
I
a
get
pretty
to
good
it before
counter.
Joey.
Yeah? How high can you count?
Wait.
Roll 1d20.
Well,
No modifiers. Okay.
uh,
Okay, so Rockmeats slide about how high you can count.
okay, I'm
Rock-
rolling. I'm rolling to bluff. Hold on.
Okay, Rockmeats claims he can count to 14.
But he's lying about
He's
that.
lying. He can't count to 1. He can't count past 0. It's actually kind of interesting
How-
because Rockmeats perfectly understands the concept of 0 and nothingness, but nothing past that.
How did he say 14 if he can't count to 14?
You
something
know,
else?
Palla taught him.
Palla,
He just like mimics the mouth motions and sound motions with
Palla-
the
It's
understanding.
It's like a
No,
cocktail.
wait, no.
He
I
it
just
got it,
says
I got it.
14.
This is my character, and this is what's going on. Palla is teaching Rockmeats how to count, but for some reason, because mainly she's a shit teacher,
Whoa!
she
There's
started
just
by
a cool guy over there. Don't worry about
she
it.
started at number 14 because that was the number of branches on a tree, and she never really got any further than that. So she's just like that. That's 14, and that's the only number he knows.
14 is always the number of branches on a tree.
This is factually correct.
An innkeeper, tavern keeper type guy bustles in from the back door and beams at all of you and asks what you'll be having. You see on a chalkboard menu that there's a lot of beef, a lot of different types of stuff, but really dominating the menu with like a lot of elaborately drawn pumpkins and orange chalk as a variety of pumpkin dishes.
Kit's the
Yeah, these.
Is there anything with both pumpkins and meat at the same time?
Yes.
I want to enjoy the local cuisine, but I also really need to eat meat because, vegetables make me feel sick.
Yeah.
Because, carnivore.
Yeah.
Maybe if you haggle with him, he can try to wrangle up some kind of artificial pumpkin-like topping for meat.
That seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
It's just meat that he sprayed orange.
Yeah.
Do
He
you
sees
have any
Rockmeats.
pumpkin
He
flavored
sees
meat?
he sees
Tavern keeper?
Rockmeats coming up behind the counter at him and just kind of looks at him. It's like, can I help you?
Oh no, it's okay. There's just no room on that side.
Are your parents somewhere around here?
It's me. Hi.
Oh. How old is he?
Oh.
How old are rocks?
Oh, I see.
That old.
14.
Here you go. Counting Rockmeats. You're
Yep.
doing good.
The innkeeper looks lost in thought for a minute, trying to decide what rock babies would eat, and then finally pulls a soup bone out from a nearby shelf
Okay,
and unwraps it and hands it to Rockmeats.
Rockmeat takes it in his teeth and then just curls up in the corner and chews on it.
Okay, sounds good. You're in good. The dog-faced customer over here looks a little bit disgusted, but there's nothing you can do about that.
There are pumpkin pastries here.
Yes, there are.
I am in
Is my
desperate need of pumpkin pastries.
Is
You
my food ready yet?
Yes, you have received a plateful. It's mostly just like beef stew with like 2 or 3 pumpkin.
Roger doesn't really take very long to look at the food. She unhinges her
Oh.
jaw and devours it all in a single
Okay,
bite.
okay, cool.
My
Sounds
God.
good. Would you like another plate, miss?
But please.
He looks very, very.
I
He
eat
has,
enough now.
he has dollar signs in his eyes. She's like,
No,
I
no.
need to eat enough now for the next 2 months, so...
Okay. That's the one and only thing he looks a little confused about. He's trying to mentally figure out where you could possibly have come from that took 2 months. And nothing is really adding up in his head, so he just shrugs and starts preparing another plateful.
No, I mean, that's just how long it takes my digestive system to work.
Alright, well, that's fair.
I'm pretty good at adding things up. He bluffs.
Oh, yeah?
you can count all the way to 6 now. You bluff.
Rockmeats has learned another number, 6.
I can count to 14 by counting to 6.
0, 6, 14. Done.
Perfect.
Rockmeats, I'm so proud of your progress.
I don't want any of these things with what have pumpkins in.
He just smiles at you, recognizing a customer of a kind with Prausia, and basically hands you a nice big ham hock.
That works. Man, I hate pumpkins a whole lot. I
I would never eat a pumpkin.
I have pumpkin bits between my teeth right now.
You notice from the guy's behavior that he's either very open-minded or just straight up very used to serving lots of different types of people. And despite the lack of tokens in this tavern, it's decently full for this time of day, which is before the lunch rush. So That's actually been a theme as you've been walking through the town, now that you think about it. Like, as barren and gray and boring as the fields around this place were, this place is really bustling and crowded and happening for a town of its size.
I like
wanna
this
get away from
town.
the fields.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I ask the tavern keeper if he has any silverware.
He goes over to a drawer and pulls out like a bundle of silverware that's wrapped in a cloth, a clean cloth linen, and unwraps it in front of you, and then presumably serves you a plate of vegetables.
I need an extra fork.
There's all the forks. There's a lot of forks. This is probably the one complete set of silverware he has. And by complete, I mean like the 18 different sizes of forks for like the different types of vegetables or whatever. You know,
Okay.
culinary.
In one hand, I use a fork to
Right.
eat, and then in the other hand, I use a fork to try and fix what 2 months on the back of Gary has done to my luxurious hair.
All right.
Oh.
Good thing he had one of those hair forks,
He had a
a silver hair fork,
royal
I don't
approved
expect a
hair
backwards town like this to have hairbrushes.
little dingle hopper.
I was about to say silver hair fork sounds like something you yell out when you hit your shin on a table, but then you said dingle hopper, and now I just can't say anything intelligent.
A nearby drow mercenary named Silver Hair Fork turns around briefly, but then turns back to his food.
We're not talking to you.
He knows, he gets it along.
It's a common mistake.
How often do you hear silver hair fork?
Well, if there's a
About
silver
5
hair fork
times.
sitting in front of you,
How often is that? Maybe if you're an
What?
elf, it happens a lot, I guess.
yeah,
Or
I
a
roll
drow.
my eyes as I brush my locks.
yeah. Jeez, Joey. Well, you're all now fed. I'd say that the final bill probably comes to something you can afford, so don't even worry about it.
That's good, because I don't have
Are
any
you
gold.
sure?
Good, because
Unless
I
you
had a
don't-
lot of food.
I don't plan to pay.
Okay, maybe a little bit more than you can afford.
Alright.
You are slightly destitute.
We have this giant golden thing, though. But we need to...
By the
we
way,
trade that?
are you attempting to hide that at all?
I think
Palla's
I'm
wearing it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
Palla's
wearing
it.
How? Now, that's interesting because that crown is, I would say, wider than your entire body.
But my hair is really big, and that helps support it.
All right, it's constantly slipping down. Everybody in the... If you're making no attempts to cover it, then everybody in the tavern is just definitely taking surreptitious
Okay.
glances at it.
It's
It's
a royal
on-
hula hoop.
It's partly on your hair, but also partly slid down, so it's covering one eye, and it looks really stylish.
Yeah,
Except-
she like keeps pushing it back
Oh, yeah,
up.
that's
so she
causing
can
like
see.
that's causing like the emo flip to go in front of one eye.
Except the emo flip is going in one eye, but the crown itself is covering the other eye.
I don't need to see to find the pastries. It's
You
fine.
have had a lot of pastries. Let me just Google pumpkin pastries real quick and read a
She's
really...
just double fisting pumpkin pastries.
Got
She can't even see,
pumpkin
she's
pie,
just reaching out
pumpkin
wide.
tart.
Crumbs are wildly flying into Prowsia's
Shoving 'em into
plate
her
and
mouth.
Kit's hair.
Ah,
Rockmeats is growling slightly at anybody who gets close and eventually takes a nap.
Alright, that's Rockmeats taken care of. Finally, when you've all eaten a lot and are probably continuing to eat, he's like, so, are you planning to stay in this town long? It's a lovely place.
I mean, I don't really want to go back to that gray field you have in 2 months around every bit of this town.
He's thinking that it's definitely more like 2 days, but he also doesn't want to contradict a customer, so he just smiles and nods.
We trekked here for like 2 years or something, right, Palla?
Yeah, I was like 100 years.
Right.
It's
I
close to
catch the
100.
barkeep's eye and just make crazy motions with the paw behind Joey.
He just nods slightly. Like, he's clearly had customers of this type, too. Plenty of adventuring parties, which usually have similar conversations.
It'll take 200 years before I can make forget the scream the beers had made when we finally lost him.
He finally, once you guys have paid, even if you're continuing eating, he kind of takes his payment up front, surreptitiously looking at the gigantic crown on Palla's head. It's like, so, if you're looking to sell that, there are a few jewelers in town.
Oh no, this is my king crown. I need this. It means I'm the king.
Oh,
very
right.
important.
Yeah, right. More pastry?
Palla's the
Yeah.
king of all the Beatles, by the way.
Yeah.
He's now slowly shifting into fleecing mode.
Palla is oblivious because there are pastries being offered.
If nothing is done, you will be broke. But very full and satisfied.
I'm gonna stop spending my money at this point.
Alright, that's a pretty good idea.
I'm just dingle hopping my hair. I'm not eating.
Right.
I'm gonna roll a charisma
Someone is going to
check
have to
with my
forcibly remove me.
with my +0 charisma. I rolled a natural 1.
Alright, he's...
I puke everywhere and pass out as I am.
God.
Again!
Alright, you are now broke because he is charging cleanup fees. He...
Okay, hold on. I can get him upstairs, and I grab his feet.
No, he doesn't want any of you going upstairs. Like, this is
No,
a very...
It's okay. I can get him upstairs. Let me roll for strength.
No, he's gonna call the town guard in a second if you don't get out.
Uh-oh.
I'm a
Okay.
good customer, though. I bought lots of food and I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, basically Joey and people trying to help Joey are now on his bad side. Especially those trying to take him upstairs because he doesn't want Joey anywhere on his premises anymore.
No. The strength check is that we're going to try and drag Joey out of here.
Oh,
Okay.
alright. Okay, you can do that.
There we go.
It hurts a lot.
But I'm
Joey.
the king.
It hurts Joey a lot.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't hurt royalty, that's fine.
You bonk Joey's head against every single floorboard in the place.
Joey takes 2 damage.
No, I was about to roll how much damage you took.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you took 6 damage. How about
Dang,
that?
that's a lot of damage.
There was a lot of floorboards.
All right.
Every single floorboard in the place.
Maybe you should
at
stop
least
puking
6.
and passing out.
Yeah, stop puking everywhere
I rolled a
as
1.
you're being dragged.
I can't help it.
Look, I was willing to just take that one as him asking you guys to be a go, but you're the one who clearly decided I puke everywhere.
It's not my
Hey,
fault.
at
I
this-
rolled a 1. I get out.
At this point, like, is there enough puke that he just kind of slides over the floor?
Yes, it's awful.
Oh god.
It's the most
Okay.
disgusting thing you've
I-
ever seen, especially since I just ate a pumpkin and then a ham.
Alright, so to sum up, you have -1 point with farmers, and now you have -10 points with this tavern in particular.
I'm going to try and do some more damage control and apologize and tip him for his service.
Alright, that's going to be reduced to -8, but you have to understand that there's a
Okay.
lot of puke in this room.
I'm really sorry about this. We can't control him.
It's really smelly and people are starting to leave.
He hasn't slept
Can-
in about in a very long time.
I haven't
I don't
slept for
keep
2
keep
years.
He
I don't just mean in the trip either. I've never seen him ever asleep.
He sharply tells you that there's another tavern on the edge of town that should be more suited to your ilk.
Whoa.
I ask him if he's ever seen a Minotaur before.
Yes, there's one over there. He's not puking.
Apart from him.
Just puked
No, the
everywhere.
one over here who is not puking, who is politely eating with his friend the dog.
Oh, okay, damn. I was going to try and say that they were rare and the puke was valuable, but never mind. I'm going to leave through a window so I don't have to travel through puke.
Alright, go ahead and roll some kind of dexterity, or...
Can't I?
I just want to see how much puke you get on you. There's a lot of puke in here.
God, I'm covered in vomit.
Oh no.
Okay, so...
I make eye contact with the bartender and roll around in the floor.
Oh, wow, you
Oh my god, Kit!
undo everything that Prowsia did.
Hey, my
I don't
efforts
take
are
sass from
fruitless.
bartenders.
I'm not sure I understand you guys' compulsion to, when you get a bad roll, just punish yourselves relentlessly.
And
I've learned from you guys.
That wasn't
Can
even
I-
really a bad roll. That was a 9.
Yeah, that was...
Like, if you had a -9, maybe I would understand you intentionally rolling
No.
around in the puke.
Kit, you have an uncontrollable desire to go get a bath.
can I roll something to try and disassociate myself from the rest of the group?
Yes.
Can I-
No,
This will-
you're trapped with us now.
It will
I
either
roll-
be a charisma ability score check or some kind of appropriate...
Magic spell.
Can I roll to disassociate from reality at
if
this
you
point?
have-
Because
that will be some kind of intelligence or wisdom check, but the lower you get, the better.
Oh,
Nice work.
That was
Rockmeats is almost catatonic.
Let's make
So... Oh my gosh.
Session's going great so far.
I got
This
just
is-
nodding.
Not going so wonderful.
Unfortunately, Prausia's attempts to loudly declare that she isn't part of the group only serves to draw attention from the large number of people who are
I
going
think that
about their
we-
day.
I think we should leave this town. We've already spoiled things.
Wait,
We're not welcome here
No, we
anymore.
need to go get our golden thing appraised.
So, either
wrong
if you
to
decide
say.
to leave this town and head to the same destination of the wizard school, which is the same school that Prausia has some loose association with, I'm sure, you will either have to go through the Wicked Woods, which are awful, or take a very, very long, like actual 2-week trip through the same plains that you came through to get here. Or you can try to climb sheer mountain cliff faces, but rumor has it there are giants and ogres up there, so that might not be a great idea either.
That sounds awesome.
Wait, I don't want to leave this town so soon already.
Okay, I'm just presenting your options as all mostly being terrible.
Okay.
I want to find a well or some kind of bathhouse.
Let's see, there's an upscale bathhouse, but I don't think they're gonna let you in without a very good charisma check.
There you go. You rolled a 20. Good job.
Cool, I get into the bathhouse, hopefully.
They put you in a side room.
I
And-
am the most regal
and-
vomit-coloured bunny they've ever seen.
Yeah, you get taken to a private room, not because of that, but more because they don't want to send all the other customers away. But it's this building over here.
Palla tries to pull a I'm with her kind of thing.
Alright, that's going to be a charisma check as well.
She's my cleaner.
Oh, boy.
I'm totally with her. I'm with her. I'm her
Just-
princess
She's
assistant.
special.
That's
This
why I
guy-
have the
Special, she has to clean my fur. It's all
This-
she can do.
This guy looks very similar to the guy at the tavern, but he is a lot less, I would say, accommodating and a lot more snooty, and is very unwilling to let Palla into the building at all.
Oh,
Weird.
I hold out my tiny bunny arms and say, how do you expect me to get vomit out of my hair when my arms are this big?
He sighs dramatically, and like he was leading you to like a moderately alright bath room, but now he's gonna take you to one of the crappy ones. like one of the walls is almost broken, and there's like a board hammered over a crack in the wall.
It's fine. When I'm fixed and back in control of my kingdom, I will come back here and crush it.
Yeah, it definitely actually is out back with Palla there.
wait, I'm sorry. Where is this broken wall? This half-broken wall?
No,
No, you
it's like
can't spy on me while I bathe.
I was just gonna punch down the wall and come take a bath.
it's just like, well, I don't see why you need to do that when he showed you the door. But, I mean, if you really want to do that, that is fine. I
No,
will
no,
accommodate your desires.
I just follow Kit.
All right.
I think we're hosing down in an outhouse.
That's fine.
Pretty
That's
much,
fine.
yeah.
You are basically hosing down in an outhouse.
I'd like to search town for an inn fit for the likes of us.
It's pretty much
Some
this
haystacks.
outhouse they're hosing out right now.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to come hose down in the outhouse with
Yeah.
us?
You see this small building near the front of town that, well, not really the front, but the outskirts of the center of town, you could say, that you left Gary near. In fact, I'll put Gary right next to it. Gary is terrorizing this place.
Gary doesn't terrorize anything. He's
Oh.
Gary.
Fine.
He is very
Scary.
dutiful.
I mean,
was
he
ready to send me in
terrorized
one
us for
spot
like
and not
2 hours
moving.
by just standing there.
No, he's cute and lovable. And
Do you
he's
not
my
remember
friend.
when we were in the cave and we were so scared of Gary for like the entire time, even though he just stood there?
Justice feels no fear.
I remember you specifically not wanting to go near him.
I don't seem to remember that. I just see my friend Gary.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
I'm
this
gonna
is
go in the inn
this is
and
the
see what
blue
we can
light.
do.
The blue light in.
The blue light, and it's just the blue light. They don't really call it an inn or tavern or anything. It's very small. It's like 3 stories tall, but
Does it have like somewhere to sleep?
yeah,
I
it's like a. Let me see if I can find a nice disinterested looking guy to manage it. There we go. Ow.
sir, I represent the group of ostracized vagabonds that have just wandered into town. I'd like to I'd like to purchase a room, please. I mean, rent a room, rather.
He rolls a cigarette and directs you up the stairs.
Oh,
He
do I not have to pay?
He doesn't even talk to you. He's like, I'll get your payment.
Okay.
I'll get your payment.
Prowsian struggles to climb the stairs, but eventually gets up.
Here, I'll make a second story for you guys' room to be on.
Oh, we get one room?
Yeah, you get one room.
How many beds are in this one room?
One.
I call the bed.
Well, Joey's covered in vomit.
You guys can get extra rooms if you want, but this guy, he typically only gives one room to each group of adventuring parties because the people who stay at his inn instead of one of the others in town, he usually doesn't bother to ask if they can afford much more. Kit is having a fucking adventure in the bathhouse.
We're having a good time over here.
Kit, oh my gosh, you're having your own private. I guess that is the bathhouse episode over there.
That's the anime bathhouse episode, yep.
It's missing
All right.
Prowsia, though.
Prowsia, do you want to join the bathhouse episode?
I don't need to bathe. I just
Alright.
shed my skin every 2 weeks.
Alright.
Ugh.
Or when you get covered in vomit.